In the world of modern skincare, the use of synthetic ingredients has become nearly ubiquitous, with microplastics representing one of the most contested categories. Microplastics, in the context of cosmetics, refer to tiny plastic particles, typically less than 5 millimeters in size, that are intentionally added to products for their unique functional properties. These synthetic polymers serve a variety of roles, such as exfoliating agents, texture enhancers, and stabilizers, making them appealing to formulators and consumers alike. However, growing concern over their environmental impact has led to heightened scrutiny, regulatory action, and a shift in industry practices. Understanding the full scope of microplastic ingredients, their functions, and the evolving regulations is critical for anyone seeking transparency and sustainability in their skincare routine. Among the most commonly encountered microplastic ingredients in skincare are polyethylene, PE, and polypropylene, PP. Polyethylene, known for its smooth texture and compatibility, has historically been used in exfoliating scrubs and cleansers, giving products their familiar bead effect. Polypropylene, another widespread plastic, shares similar uses but can also be found in creams and powders to enhance spreadability and stability. Polyethylene terephthalate, PET, famously known as the material in water bottles, has found its way into skincare as a film former, creating a smooth finish on the skin's surface. Polymethyl methacrylate, PMMA, a type of acrylic plastic, is often used to blur imperfections and lend a soft focus effect to the skin, commonly found in primers and powders. Nylon, or polyamide, PA, is another frequent addition, valued for its silky texture and its ability to improve product application. Acrylates copolymer, a catch-all term for a variety of plastic-based copolymers, is used to stabilize emulsions, thicken formulations, and form flexible films that help products adhere better to the skin. Polyquaternium, a class of polymers with conditioning properties, is another common ingredient found in skincare and hair care, designed to deliver smoothness and reduce static. Moving further into the complex world of synthetic polymers, we encounter dimethicone, a silicone-based polymer. While not always considered a microplastic in the strictest sense due to its fluid nature, certain forms and molecular weights of dimethicone have raised environmental concerns. Carbomer, a synthetic polymer of acrylic acid, is widely used to control viscosity and create gels. Polyacrylamide and polyacrylate, both derivatives of acrylic acid, are included for their thickening and moisture retention properties. Polyurethane, more commonly associated with foams and coatings, has limited but notable use in skincare, often as a film former or texture enhancer. Polyvinyl and its derivatives, such as PVP, polyvinyl pyrrolidone, are used for their ability to form flexible films and stabilize emulsions. Ethylene and butylene copolymers, styrene copolymer, and tetrafluoroethylene-based polymers, such as polytetrafluoroethylene, or PTFE, also make appearances, valued for their film-forming, lubricating, and texture-enhancing roles. Other noteworthy polymers include vinyl acetate copolymer and VP-VA copolymer, both of which are used to provide hold, gloss, or flexibility in cosmetic formulations. Polyethylene glycols, PEGs, and polypropylene glycols, PPGs, are used for their solvent and humectant properties, although their environmental persistence is under increasing examination. Polymethylsilsesquioxane, another silicone-based polymer, and polystyrene, PS, used for their texturizing and blurring effects, round out the extensive list of microplastic ingredients commonly found in skincare products. It's important to recognize that these terms often represent entire categories of polymers, with variations in molecular size, structure, and biodegradability. Not all polymers within these categories are classified as microplastics under current regulations. For example, the European Union's latest definitions under Regulation EU number 2023-2055 focus specifically on synthetic polymer microparticles that are non-biodegradable and intentionally added to products. This nuance is critical, as it impacts which ingredients are targeted by bans and restrictions. The regulatory landscape surrounding microplastics in skincare has evolved rapidly in recent years, reflecting mounting evidence of their environmental persistence and potential harm. In the United States, the Microbead-Free Waters Act of 2015 marked a significant milestone by banning the manufacture and sale of rinse-off cosmetics containing plastic microbeads. This law, effective since July 2017, was lauded for its decisive action, but has limitations. It applies only to microbeads in rinse-off products, such as facial scrubs and body washes, leaving leave-on products and other forms of microplastics largely unregulated. Europe has taken a more comprehensive approach. In September 2023, the European Commission adopted Regulation EU number 2023-2055, one of the most far-reaching restrictions on intentionally added microplastics to date. This regulation prohibits the sale of products containing synthetic polymer microparticles, with different transitional periods based on product type and complexity. For example, microbeads and loose glitter, often used in exfoliants and decorative products, were banned immediately. More complex formulations and products with limited alternatives have transition periods ranging from 4 to 12 years to allow the industry to adapt and reformulate. The European Chemicals Agency, ECHA, continues to provide guidance and updates as the regulation is implemented, aiming to drastically reduce microplastic pollution at its source. The cosmetic industry's response to these regulations has been multifaceted. Leading companies have taken proactive steps to phase out microplastics, even ahead of legal mandates. Eucerin, for example, has eliminated raw materials based on microplastics from its formulas, opting for biodegradable alternatives like microcrystalline cellulose and silica. L'Oréal, another industry giant, has removed all plastic microbeads from exfoliant products since 2017 and achieved a microplastic-free status for all rinse-off products by 2020. These efforts represent a broader trend across the sector as brands seek not only to comply with regulations, but also to meet growing consumer demand for environmentally friendly products. For consumers navigating this complex landscape, vigilance is key. Ingredient labels often list chemical names that may not be immediately recognizable as microplastics. Carefully reviewing the ingredients, especially for terms like polyethylene, polypropylene, acrylates, copolymer, nylon, and others outlined above, can help you make informed choices. Digital tools, such as the Beat the Microbead app, provide an accessible way to identify and avoid products containing microplastics. These resources empower consumers to align their skincare routines with their environmental values. As science advances and regulations continue to evolve, the list of microplastic ingredients may shift, but the underlying challenge remains: balancing the performance benefits of synthetic polymers with the urgent need to protect our environment. By staying informed and making conscientious choices, both industry and consumers can play a critical role in shaping a more sustainable future for skincare.